Well, hey folks, welcome back, and oh man, yeah, we're going to be cooking today again on this Member Mark $200 pellet grill. And folks, the reason I'm doing like 3 cooks in a row or 2 cooks in a row on this, and we'll be doing more too, is because a lot of people have taken interest for 200 bucks. It's a heck of an entry type pellet grill. If you're sitting on the fence about whether to get a pellet grill or not, this might be for you. So we're going to do a quick review, and then we're going to get that meatloaf ready, and then we're going to cook it, and you're going to see the whole thing. Stay tuned for that. Alright, so on the inside of the pellet grill, this is probably one of the most important parts, and what's huge about this is how big it is. There is, between the top shelf and the bottom shelf, there's about 850, a little shy of 850 square inches here of cooking space. You've got this nice rack on top. They're calling it a warming rack, but because it's a pellet grill, the heat is the same here pretty much as it is here, so you can cook up there too. Then you've got, that's enamel coated, and that's probably about the same size as most racks are. But then if you go to the bottom rack, that's the first thing that impressed me on this, is that, take a look how big this is. I mean, this thing is a two-handed, I mean, that's 3/8 of an inch there. That's good stuff right there. So let's take the rest of it apart and give you a look-see. Alright, so once you take the racks off, you've got your drip tray right here. And this is angled, and it goes over here to a grease trough. And the grease trough has a hole. Can't really see that goes down into a bucket. Now I do line my drip tray with tinfoil, just makes cleanup a heck of a lot easier. Now once you take that out, another thing I liked about it is that it's also reinforced on the bottom, and a lot of pellet grill manufacturers don't do this. That just keeps it from warping. That's a great idea. Now on the bottom there, you can see there's the heat deflector that goes over the burn pot, and that is angled up. So it allows the heat and the smoke to come up to where your cooking chamber is. It's a good idea. It also is pretty heavy duty, and it's also reinforced. Nice job. On the inside there's the burn pot. Now most manufacturers make these out of stainless steel. I'm not sure about this. I think it's just steel, folks. If you can see in there, you can see that little plug on the bottom there where my finger is. That's the glow plug. That stays on for like 5 minutes. That's what gets your pellets going. The holes there, that's where the fan blows the air that keeps your pellets burning. That hole that's in there, there's an auger in there, and that's what brings in your pellets from the pellet hopper. Now it's a 10-pound pellet hopper. That's what I used yesterday for a three-hour cook. That's about 2 inches worth. That could have been more than a pound to 2 pounds. So there's a kind of a pellet miser. So I'll tell you what, we're going to put this all back together, get it fired up, and I'll tell you what, why don't you take a look at how we prepped our meatloaf. Alright folks, let's throw together our meatloaf here. I make this meatloaf pretty much the same every time. 2 pounds of, I used lean ground meat, this is 27.3, and then 1 pound of pork sausage. In this case, I'm using Johnsonville mild. I've got my onions and my celery and actually a little green pepper in there. Probably a cup of that. Then I've got a little bit of the Old Bay seasoning. Love that stuff. I've got 2 teaspoons of minced garlic in there. I've got about a half a cup, not quite, a little less than that. The sweet chili sauce stuff is really great. If you can find this stuff, it's really great. 2 beaten eggs, just add in there. And then I've got a pack of Ritz crackers. Now I'm going to mix this wet stuff up first before I add the Ritz crackers. And when I do the Ritz crackers, I'll just do 3/4 of the pack, and then if I need more, I'll add more. So wash your hands real good and get after it, folks. All right, folks, there it is, all in the bowl, all shaped up. So I'm gonna do dishes next, but I'm gonna put this in the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes just to get it somewhat set, get a little crust on it, and it'll release a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. So I did spray the bowl with some nonstick Pam, and like I said, into the freezer she goes. All right, folks, I was in the freezer for about 30 minutes. Just give it a chance to firm up. And then we did a little bacon weave on that. Helps to hold the moisture and make this meatloaf nice and juicy. So onto the pellet grill goes. Alright folks, 1 hour into it, I did fill up the pellet hopper all the way to the top. And you can see that's all it's used so far. I do have her set at 180. I like to smoke a little bit better. The 160 was just smoking too much in it. And to be honest with you folks, all that barely combustible smoke is really dirty smoke, and it's really not good smoke. So still have some smoke coming in there. You can see we're running right around, like I said before, this fluctuates about 10 degrees either way. So right now it's on the high side, 192-ish. But if you look at the gauge up here, we're, yeah, 192-ish. Let's take a quick look. There's the meatloaf. See, we got some smoke pouring out of there. I'll tell you what, we'll keep on going. Give you a couple more look-sees as we proceed. And you stay tuned. Oh, hang on. One thing I did want to show is the steel wheels. Yeah, those got to go. They're just, I don't know why they just wouldn't put like rubber wheels on there, but those, I got to measure up the diameter, and we are going to replace those. Other than that, besides putting a gasket on the lid to seal that up a little bit better, you can see there is a gap there. I want to seal that just a tad bit better. It makes cleanup easier, and we'll give you a look-see as we proceed. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we are about 2.5 hours into it. We did an hour and a half at 180, had plenty of smoke in there. Then we turned things up to 225. Yeah, 225, and you can see she's running about 250, and even over there about 250. So yeah, off a little bit. Take a look. Oh man, looking mighty nice, looking mighty nice. So I'm going to probably take a temp here, see what we're looking for. 165 internal, and then I tell you what, let's take a look. You guys always want to see how many pellets we're burning. That's how much pellets we've burned so far. So if I were to even this out here, we're about an inch down, maybe an inch and a half from the top. So pellet miser, but remember, ambient temperature outside right now here in Florida is 75 degrees, so that plays a factor too. So we'll give you a look-see, give you one more look-see before we take it off. Stay tuned. Well, folks, take a picture. I tell you what, isn't that a beautiful looking meatloaf? With about 20 minutes left to go, I put some barbecue sauce on there, some of this Johnny Harris original barbecue sauce, and let that soak in and get a little tacky on there. Let's. It's about 3.5 hour total cook. If you're wondering how much pellets, I'm estimating about 3 pounds of pellets, which isn't bad. So let's go right through the center here and see what we got in this meatloaf. Look at that, folks. That's a nice looking meatloaf. Let's cut a slice off here. Still hot. It's only been resting for maybe 5 minutes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the smoke ring. People say, well, you can't get a smoke ring with a pellet grill. Not only did we get a smoke ring, but we got a smoke ring on a $200 pellet grill. Let's take a little taste here. Folks, awesome. Tom Horseman at YouTube. Please subscribe. Thumbs up, leave a comment. And as always, folks, I appreciate you watching. Thank you.